Hello and welcome to Cyber Tip Tuesday. I'm Kristin Judge, the founder of the Cybercrime Support Network. And this Tip Tuesday, in honor of Veterans Day, which is tomorrow, we're going to cover some of the scams we see affecting military personnel and their families. It's hard to believe, but since 2016, over 615,000 military members and their families have reported losses to the Federal Trade Commission totaling over $364 million. We know that our military service members, their families, and veterans are targeted by the cyber criminals. So it's really important that we share information with them on how to be safe. I want to talk to you about a few of the major scams that we see impacting our military. Number one is the GI Bill scam. The Veterans Administration used to use the URL or the website called gibill.com, but they lost the access to that site. And we are concerned that people that are trying to scam our veterans and military members will be taking over that site and sending out false information. So you have to remember, gibill.com is no longer owned by the Veterans Administration. Instead, you can visit benefits.va.gov/GI Bill/, and you'll see that coming up in the chat here soon. That's where you can find out information about the GI Bill. The old domain for gibill.com is now not secure. So if you go to it and try and log in there and check it out, you'll notice it doesn't have the https://. So that's when you know it's not a secure site. And usually your browser will tell you it's not secure, don't go there. All right, so GI Bill scam number one. Number two, romance imposter scams. If you've watched any of my talks here before, you know we talk a lot about romance scams because it's the number one page that's visited on fraud support. There are a lot of folks impacted by this, and it's really important to talk to your military friends and veterans about these scammers. What they do is they create a fake profile online, either on a dating site, on a social media site, gaming platforms, maybe like an Xbox or PSP, something like that. And they target lonely, isolated service members who are looking for someone to talk to, and then they steal money from them. So being isolated can be very difficult. And right now, there may be people even more isolated than before because of the COVID pandemic. Online dating is often a great way to meet people, but however, it's important to be aware that there are romance scammers on those dating sites and on social media. Scammers create fake profiles and then they target the lonely and isolated service members. So if you're new love, you started dating someone online and they profess strong feelings for you, they're in love with you right away, the first week they meet you, that could be a red flag. If they ask you to wire them money, purchase gift cards for them, or they send you money in any fashion, maybe asking you to send some of it back if you cash the check for them, that's a scam. Scammers will often use stories of hardship or emergencies so that you feel obligated to send them money. They may promise to marry you when they get back and are done with their deployment, and their sister or their brother or their friend needs an operation and they don't have money and they're sad. They come up with all kinds of great stories to really pull at your heartstrings. And they try and connect with you so that you feel like you have a lot in common and they truly do love you. They also probably will say, oh, I can't actually do a video chat with you because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I don't have a good signal, but I can just text you. So you never really get to see what they look like in real life, in real time. So keep an eye out for that. A scam that a lot of people don't like to talk about because it's very personal is sextortion scams. In a sextortion scam, a service member or their partner is convinced to perform sexual acts on camera or to share naked pictures. And then the scammer threatens to release that video or those pictures if they aren't paid. So, however, if you send money, it's likely you'll be threatened again in the future. So you have to think about who you actually are dating and who you're sharing videos or personal or naked pictures with. It's hard to talk about, I know, but we need to have these conversations. What I do in talking to large audiences, I know it can sound a little bit crazy, but I'll tell people if you're going to send a video or a picture of yourself to someone you love, take your head out of the picture, because it's going to be a lot less easy for them to paste a headshot of you on and do the sextortion scam against you. So please be careful who you're sending things to. If you've never met the person in person, you haven't been together for a very long time, you probably shouldn't be sharing intimate things across the internet. Number 4, Dfas or MyPay phishing scams. So in this scam, you'll receive an email or a message from someone claiming to be from the Defense Finance and Accounting Service, or Dfas, or another military group asking you to click on a link and share your personal information. If someone reaches out to you and they're asking you for personal information and you did not initiate the contact, assume it's a scam until you check it out. If they say something is wrong with your account or your financial information, that's a red flag. Call the actual organization who you know you have the phone number, and don't take this incoming call or this incoming email and respond to it and give away personal information. If the sender is not using a .mil email address, or you notice some spelling or grammar mistakes in it, it's probably a scam. So double check where the email is coming from. So our military service members do so much for us. And in order to support them, we've created a specific cybercrime recovery page on fraudsupport.org for military service people, for their families, and for veterans. So check that out on Fraud Support. And I appreciate everybody joining me today. And I hope that you'll share this information with military members in your lives. Share it with someone on Veterans Day. If you all take a pledge to share it with 5 or 6 veterans that you know tomorrow, we're going to be able to improve their security. So I'm Kristin Judge, wishing you a cyber safe Tuesday and reminding you to visit fraudsupport.org for information on how to report, recover, and reinforce your security after a cybercrime or online scam. Thanks for joining me.